Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tim Van Orden, and you can probably see that I'm really tired. It's very, very cold outside, and my jaw is really swollen. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a huge lump right there, and it really aches. The dentist said that my jawbone and tooth are going to ache for a few months, and the sutures that they put in, he said, are really going to bug me for about 5 days. And I'm feeling that right now. So not a great start to the day, but that's all right. I'm going to start my process. I'm going to start that ball rolling. And in about half an hour, maybe, I'm going to be out the door running. And the first thing I'm going to do is get dressed. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to avoid what I'm feeling. I'm going to be present to what I'm feeling. I'm going to accept what I'm feeling. I'm going to acknowledge what I'm feeling. But I'm going to take the steps anyway. So on a day like this where it's 10 below 0 Fahrenheit and there's some wind out there, so the wind chill is even colder, I'm going to wear 6 technical shirts on top for like dry wicking fabric, and then a jacket. I'm going to wear a pair of shorts and 2 pair of wind pants. I'm going to wear 1 pair of long, thickish socks, but not super wintry socks. If my core is warm enough, my feet will be fine. And I'm going to wear some rubber gloves that I got at Home Depot for like $6 that are lined with fleece. So the rubber on the outside is going to protect me from the wind and any moisture I may interact with. If I go out and play in the snow and fall down, I want to keep my gloves dry. So yeah, these gloves are really good. They're my new favorites because the rubber keeps you dry and windproof, but they're warm on the inside. And then a hat covering my ears and maybe something covering my neck and mouth, something thin like a bandana so that I can breathe through it and not burn my lungs. Another thing you can do is curl your tongue so that when you're breathing in, the air hits your tongue and the blood in your tongue helps warm the air before it goes into your lungs, so you don't burn the lungs or get exercise-induced asthma, which is something that was a big problem for me when I was younger, doing a lot of running and skiing in the cold in my teens. So I'm going to start the process, get myself ready, really gently, have a little bit of chocolate, and before you know it, I'm going to be outside. And I don't know how long the run's going to be. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to start the process and let it show up the way that it does. All right? So I hope you're with me. If you're struggling today and you can't get yourself into action, it's okay to feel that way. But take steps. Don't think about a plan. Don't think about what you want to do. Don't think about what you have to do. Just simply find what you need to get ready. That's it. Okay? Here I go. Bye. So these are my 6 tech shirts. Got a little bit thicker outer layer, which is long sleeve, and under layer, which is long sleeve, another long sleeve, a short sleeve, a long sleeve, and a short sleeve. So 6 layers on the top, pair of shorts, 2 layers on the bottom. I'm 7 miles into my run, which is probably going to end up being 11 miles total. And it's been a very enlightening experience, as always. When I started out, my cheeks, my nose, my lips, my dental work all started to burn. And I thought, maybe I'll do 2 miles. I don't want to get frostbite. I don't want to burn my lungs. So we'll go a mile, we'll see how I feel, and maybe I'll turn around. By the time I got to a mile, I started to feel a little bit better. My face wasn't stinging as much. And my toes and fingers were totally fine. And I decided to keep going. And the longer I went, the warmer I felt, to the point where now my face is fine. So as my body heated up, my core is actually sweating because of all the layers, 7 total. And that allows me to send more blood to my extremities, including my face. So most of the extra blood is going into my face, and I feel fine, no problems at all.
But had I listened to those initial stings and said, I can't do it, it's not worth it, I'm going to get injured, I'm going to get frostbite, and turned around, I never would have had the experience that I'm having, which is a really enjoyable run. It's beautiful. And I'm out in the woods now, running on some of the trails on Mount Anthony. And the snow has this certain sound when it's this cold. It kind of crunches under your feet, very different than soft, warmer snow. So it almost squeaks when you run on it. It's kind of neat, the different sounds that come with different temperatures, different experiences, different light. Another thing I noticed is I don't see any birds moving today. Usually you see crows moving around, but I don't see any crow movement. So it's really quiet and different experience than I would have normally. And I'm feeling good. So although this hurt a bit when I first came out, I could feel the sensitivity of the cold. Now it actually feels better than it did this morning when I woke up. It was aching a lot, but now it feels pretty good. So I'm hoping that moving my body is going to help me deal with the discomfort, because I'm not doing ibuprofen or any painkillers. Although the dentist strongly recommended that I do, because he said it's going to hurt a lot, potentially even for a few months, as my jaw clears out the bacteria and also clears out the material from the root canal that actually went down into my jaw, because the tooth went all the way through. It was rotten right down to the jawbone. So I have foreign bodies in my jaw now, and my body is going to be fighting them for a few months, trying to remove them, and that's going to hurt. So, but right now I feel good. So I will keep you posted on what's going on, and essentially this is a reminder to you not to let the temperature or your feelings stop you from getting into action. Take the steps, get prepared, get out, see how you're feeling, and then just keep checking in, renegotiating, and you might find that something that you thought was impossible or incredibly undesirable actually transforms into a really positive experience when you allow yourself to fully engage and see it through to its conclusion. So don't give up too soon. Stick it out, but pay attention. If the pain in my face had gotten worse, I would have turned around. But the fact that it was staying the same and then slowly started to improve, that gave me confidence to stay out there. All right? So dress properly and you're good to go. I think it's better to start out too warm than to start out cold and get colder. I'd rather be toasty and sweaty than cold and potentially in danger of getting frostbite. To me, sweat is the lesser of the two evils. All right. I love you guys. See ya.